Hey guys, what's shakin'? It's Rainyflix here, and I've gathered 12 character trailers that we're gonna be checking out. So since I'm currently playing through the Yarilo 6 story, the character trailers I'm checking out today are mainly characters found around Yarilo 6 or before, with a few surprise appearances as well. So not only am I new to Star Rail, but I'm also new to the Honkai universe itself. So I'd say I have a very fresh and new player experienced reaction to things. If that's something you're into, then there's a lot of stuff you can check out on my channel. Please like the video, subscribe, and let's go. So we're starting with the very first character I met when I started playing the game. I haven't seen them in a long time now, and I kind of missed them a little bit. So this is Kafka's character trailer we're starting off with.
All units, target spotted, target spotted!
Sneaky as ever.
Shoot on sight! I repeat, shoot on sight!
Don't be afraid. Listen to me. Wasn't it you who invited me?
Scary. Oh, there's that classical music again. She gives me spider vibes.
The silk is too fragile to be a threat. Unless you're more fragile than the
Oh yeah, it's
silk.
definitely a spider logo.
Case in point.
Dude, she's terrifying. This is the last person you want to f off. I love that she has a gun and a sword too.
Destiny has thousands of faces. Why does it choose to wear this one? Stealing a glance. Now then, where are you hiding?
Oh, that's her ultimate ability there. Boom.
Sooner or later, the curtain has to fall. As for the ending, wanna take a guess? Heads or tails? What's your answer?
So ominous, but so cool at the same time. You know, the way she talks, it feels like she knows what's about to happen. I remember her and Silverwolf doing that on the space station as well, when we saw them there. I don't quite get what that's about. Like, that was never explained to me, and I still have no clue. It's one of those things that, like, is in the back of my mind bothering me, like, why does it feel like she knows everything? Like she took the script from the developers and is reading that and doing whatever she feels like. Very cool character though, I like her. Don't know if I like her enough to try to get her from warps though. But that whole air of mystery around her really intrigues me and I really want to learn more. So I'm looking forward to seeing her again in the game, hopefully at some point. Next character trailer we're going to be checking out is Silverwolf, who appeared about the same time as Kafka. Now I don't know much about Silverwolf, but I know that I really like the way she looks, and generally just her style and personality is really cool too. So ever since I started playing, I've been wanting to get my own Silverwolf, but she's not been on the banners since I've been playing. So here we go. She's playing games. Hey there, hello. Stop bothering me, I'm playing games. I bet Kafka made her lose.
For missions, I can do this in my sleep.
So cool.
Whatever. Let's get this over with. The Anti-Matter Legion? Interesting. Let's see. Just a couple of small fry.
Fight!
I don't mind an easy mode run. I guess I could play a while.
Yeah, you go, Silverwolf. Oh, I love how, like,
Over. Easier than I thought.
it's got that retro gaming vibe to it, and I love it.
Why do low levels make the most noise?
Why do noobs make the most noise, man? It's so
Wanna
true,
keep
though.
me? Come back in a century.
That's so cool.
All done.
Oh, I love everything about her, dude. She's wanted by the Interstellar Peace Corporation. Oh, I'm not even surprised. I love the whole retro gaming vibe and like the 8-bit music. Her clashing with Kafka as well. Like Kafka's like, it's mission time. Silverwolf's like, nah, I need to finish my game first. I love purple in general, so her color scheme is fantastic. It's so true as well what she says about low levels making the most noise. Like any PvP game I've played, the worst people are the ones with the loudest mouths, talking so much crap in the chat. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to her coming back on the banners. I can't wait. That short period of time I got to try her on her to space station was not enough for me. So please, Star Rail, bring back Silverwolf soon. I know she was on the banner like right before I started playing again, but please bring her back again. As for her story setting, I have the same feeling about her as Kafka. It feels like she knows what's happening before it happens. Like they know she's seen behind the curtain of how Star Rail as like a production is being developed. And they know exactly what's about to happen, and I want to know more about how they know that. Of course, I want to find out in-game though, not just by reading it online, because I'm sure I could learn a lot by just doing it online, but I want the story in-game to tell me, you know? So I couldn't find a character trailer for Dan Heng, but I found one for March, so that's gonna be the next one.
I'm gonna take pictures of everything that's new to me.
Of course, she's got a camera.
Forget about them. Huh? Hey, wait for me!
I like March's personality. She's so cute. Got a happy-go-lucky attitude.
Hey, over there! It's...
I also love photography, so I also take pictures of everything. Oh, that's the PTSD from that space ice crystal stuff that she was trapped in, yeah.
You guys came for the snapshot, huh? Take this! These poses. Don't you know how to look good for the camera? Well, here's your chance to learn from the best.
Her music goes way harder than it needed to go. Oh yeah, get a picture of them quick. Yeah, perfect.
So, what do you think? Hey, focus! Smile!
Who's recording?
I'm gonna keep our first photo, alright?
March has such a sweet personality. She's such a dork. Honestly, if I was a character in the Star Rail universe, I'd probably be March. I feel like me and her just have this like weird, like similar personality. Like this annoying 5-year-old dork person who's actually a lot older than 5 years. But she just sees the positive side of everything, you know? Her whole backstory is very mysterious again, and there's like so many questions I have about the characters' backstories that just haven't been revealed to me yet. March is another one of those mysteries, but I'm so glad that March is one of the main characters that have been with me on Eurillo 6, because she just gives such a nice comedic relief, and she's just like this breath of positivity and happiness in a world that's really gloomy and dark. You wouldn't know that March has gone through the trauma of not knowing where she's coming from, you know? Really curious about how March was before she was frozen as well. Like how her personality is from before then compared to now. It's things like that that really make me interested in the game and the history of the characters. Looking forward to finding out more. Next up, we've got the main character of the Astral Express, Himeko's trailer.
There are endless possibilities and unknowns among the stars. Our journey is the process of pulling apart the threads of possibility to seek the final truth. I am Himeko, the navigator. Welcome to the Astral Express. The Express doesn't have a clear destination, because every passenger's destination is unique. I'm sure we're about to embark on a fascinating journey together. I have something for you. Combat is a series of precise machinations. One at a time.
Oh, there's the drone. So elegant.
Humanity never conceals its desire to
Oh no, she's blowing up Urillo.
I'm no exception. Trailblazing means that every step we take is a step closer to the stars. That is my answer. And your trailblazing journey has just begun.
Very elegant. Yeah, I don't know about Himeko. She hasn't been as interesting to me as, let's say, Dan Heng and March, because while I don't know much about Himeko's backstory either, other than that she found and repaired the Astral Express and got it operational again, and now she's sort of guiding it along the universe. I always found her style a little bit weird because she's got like this Greek kind of toga thing going on as her outfit. I know it's not exactly that. It's more like a white dress, of course. But yeah, I was never as drawn to her or interested in her. It's kind of cool that she's got a drone that she throws around too, but like her weapon seems a bit weird and clunky. I don't know. Maybe people like her a lot. I don't really know what characters people like a lot and which characters people don't like a lot because I'm relatively new to the whole thing, but yeah, she never really had much draw for me. Like, I'm more interested in Kafka than I am in Himeko. Himeko's towards the bottom of my list of characters that I'd be interested in trying to get for myself. This is, of course, coming purely from the perspective of if I'm interested in the character's personality and looks. I don't know much about how strong a character is. Most of my characters at the moment are level 20, so power doesn't really factor in at all in my judgment of who I want at the moment. At some point it will, of course, but not right now. So yeah, I mean, she's a cool character, but she's just not, I'm not that interested. So I couldn't find a character trailer for Welt, but I found another video on the Star Rail YouTube for Welt. Welt is his name. So it's the closest I could get. Frankly, I don't know a lot about Welt. He's kind of an enigma. Like, I know who he is and kind of what he does, but not much else.
If you're ever at a loss during your trailblazing expedition, the all-knowing Mr. Yang is your go-to person. Whoo! From historical research to animation production, this dependable senior crew member is the encyclopedia of everything.
Okay.
And speaking of animation, if Mr. Yang had a starring role in his own series, he'd be the reliable uncle, only revealing his strength in moments of crisis.
He's a classy fella. Got a cane and everything.
Welt is an imaginary type fighter, following the path of nihility. He uses Starve Eden to manipulate gravity and battle.
Oh my
Welt's
God.
basic attack, gravity suppression, deals imaginary damage to a single target. Consume a skill point to use his skill, Edge of the Void, a 3/slash combo that deals imaginary damage to a single target. And
Pretty cool attacks.
it's additional random targets.
I've never actually seen him in combat before,
After a
so...
successful strike, there is a chance that Welt's skill will reduce the target speed for a set number of turns.
That seems useful.
When Welt hits a slowed enemy, he deals additional imaginary damage to the target.
Dr. Ratio can do that to enemies.
To unleash Starbeam's
Got a lot of
power
gravity
and
things,
draw
doesn't
his
he?
enemies into a black hole.
Whoa! Okay, that's
All
pretty cool.
enemies receive imaginary damage with a chance of becoming imprisoned.
Yes, Welt had pretty cool attacks, actually. I still don't feel like I learned anything about Welt, so he's still kind of like an enigma that I don't know much about. I would like to get Welt from the warps, though. Maybe not from a personalized banner, but like if I could get him from the permanent one, that would be great. I think he's about the same range as Kafka for how much I want them, though. So he's higher than Himeko, but then most people are higher than Himeko. But yeah, I don't think Welt ever had his own banner, did he? He's always been part of the permanent one. At least he has a pretty prominent center picture on the permanent one, so I'm gonna assume that that's where he mainly is from. Overall, a classy gentleman, if I do say so myself. So the next character trailer is for a character I met on the overworld of Urillo called Serval. Wait, there's a subway? I didn't realize there was a subway. I don't think I've been down there.
Keep up. I move at my own tempo. Sound waves like dynamites and signals sky high.
Oh yeah.
Strings of thunder make you lose your mind.
I feel like I'm at a concert at the moment.
Heartbeats will shake me, so rules can't break me. Crank the sound and let your soul be free. The lightning strikes writing off the wall. Let yourself fall into it all.
I'm sold. Yeah, so Serval was a weird one for me. She was the first character I got completely out of the blue from my very first pulls. I was still on her to space station. Hadn't met her yet in the story, but I thought she looked really cool when I got her. Found out she had a guitar and I was even more impressed. Didn't use her that much on the space station, but I've been using her more now on Eurillo. I actually really like her. Then when we met her on Eurillo, she didn't seem like a rock star at all, and I'd pictured like this massive rock star character, right? But no, she's just some technician in a workshop. So I love that she's got these two personalities. She's got her work personality and then she's got her like passion personality. I love her hair the most of all though when it fades into the blue. But yeah, haven't seen too much of her in the story yet. Looking forward to going up to the overworld again and getting to see her some more maybe, since I only got a brief introduction to her when we were in her workshop earlier. The next character trailer is also a character I've only met for a very brief amount of time, but they did have a boss fight that I had to fight them in. It's Gepard's character trailer. So I've only seen Gepard when he escorted us from the outskirts of Belobog into the city and led us to the Supreme Guardian's palace. Other than that, I don't know much about Gepard, but I did get his light cone. I thought I got him, but it was his light cone. So please, Gepard, please join my team soon.
I'm a captain of the Silver Main Guards. To serve the Supreme Guardian is my responsibility and my honor. Belobog is this planet's last bastion.
Takes his job very seriously.
And the Silver Main Guards are Belobog's indestructible shield. You will know justice! This ends here.
If I was a guard, I'd want this guy as my captain. Just look how cool he is.
I'm here to the end. Only by becoming a shield for the people is one worthy of the title Architect. Trust must never be betrayed. Hopes must never be squandered.
That's cool. Ah, Gepard's so awesome, dude. Oh, I wish I could have gotten him instead of his.
Let yourself fall into it all.
Wait a second, he was listening to Serval's music. He must be a fan of Serval's. Ah, dude, I really wish I'd gotten him instead of his light cone. Him making that massive ice shield too, so cool. Also, now I'm super curious about his connection with Serval. Do they know each other? Does he just like her music? Is Serval his wife? Like, all these things could be possibilities, you know? Is Serval and Gepard something that the Starel community shipped together? You've piqued my curiosity, sir. Honestly, I just think he looks great as a character, though, because he just looks like an ice guard. And he's really got that paladin vibe to him, you know, with the shield and a sword. If he could use magic to heal people, I bet he would as well, but he probably can't. Since I am in the underground on Eurillo at the moment, I'm really curious what's going to happen when Bronya and Gepard clash, and Bronya's mind about the Silver Main Guards' responsibility has completely flipped on its head. Like, how is that going to go? Speaking of Bronya, didn't find a character trailer for her either, but I did find another video about Bronya.
Impeccable elegance, an endearing demeanor, and composure that belies her young years. That's how the people of Belobog see her. But others say she's a girl of secrets with a mysterious past and occasional outbursts of rebellion.
Oh yeah.
So what's the truth of the matter? Find out with us in another episode of Keeping Up with Star Rail. Let's get an inside look at the heir to the Supreme Guardian of Belobog, commander of the Silverman Guards, Lady Bronya.
There she is.
Bronya is a wind-type fighter following the path of harmony, who leads her companions to victory in the name of the Amber Lord. As the Supreme Guardian to be, sharpshooting is a must-have in Bronya's skill set.
Pretty sick sniper
Her
rifle.
basic attack, Wind Rider Bullet, deals wind damage to a single target. Bronya's talent, Leading the Way, makes sure that she's always one step ahead. After her basic attack, Bronya's next action will be Advanced Forward. Consume a skill point and use her skill Combat Redeployment to remove a debuff from an ally. The ally is granted instant action while their damage is also boosted for a set number of turns.
Not bad.
Where Bronya's bayonet goes, the whole team follows. Bronya uses her ultimate, the Belobog March, to boost all allies' attack and critical damage for a set number of turns.
Okay, so she's a mainly buff character.
Now.
Useful if you want to swap characters around, like, I need this character attack next, so you tell Bronya to send them out. That's pretty cool.
As the future Supreme Guardian, Bronya shoulders too many responsibilities for her age.
Yep.
Thankfully, she has the love and support of companions who are willing to share her burden. As for rumors regarding her private talks with a certain resistance activist, don't believe everything you read in the papers. It's ridiculous.
Who was taking those pictures? I'm sure she wasn't talking to anyone in the underground by the name of Wildfire. That seems completely outrageous. Like, why would she be doing that, you know? Bronya is a character that I wasn't that fond of at the start. Like, I was a little bit interested, but after my time in the underground, I've grown to like her a lot more. And she's one of the characters that I would like to get. Maybe through the permanent banner at some point. She's about the same as Gepard for me. Gepard was just like an instant like, but Bronya took a little bit of warming up to. Not that anyone really warms up on Eurillo 6, but I feel like she'd slot into the team spot of Ting Yun on my team at the moment, if I were to get her, since she does seem like a character that increases other characters' strength. But yeah, I've been loving her character development as we play through the underground now. Really getting to see her struggle with her beliefs in the government of Eurillo, and really building up towards that clash with Cocolia at some point. And so next, we've got one of the main characters that has been changing Bronya's mind while in the underground. We've got Seele's character trailer. A mysterious vibe to it.
Here they come again.
Quick, don't let her get away! It's a dead end, she's done!
Seele's very cool.
Making trouble on Wildfire's territory? You guys got a lot of nerve. Still here? I'm afraid things just got complicated.
She's got a flippin' scythe, dude. Like, how cool isn't that?
Sometimes a sharp blade is the only way to get people to come to their senses.
Oh, that's a cool attack, too.
Did I ask for your help?
Looks like you could use it.
I can't believe they're teaming
Let's
up.
make this quick.
Don't tell me what to do.
There's always a weakness.
How about this move?
Now for the one that slipped through the net.
Stop holding me back,
The
Overlord.
unstoppable duo.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I really want Seele. I just love her colors. I love her attacks. She's got a scythe. She's just really badass. I've loved the contrast between Seele and Bronya during the story as well. Like, sometimes they'll clash, but sometimes they'll be really opening up to each other. It's been really nice. I have gotten to try her out through the friend support system. If I had her, I'd be using her as my main attacker. Frankly, I think if I had Seele and Bronya in my team while playing through the story would feel even better than it does already. Especially since it feels like they're always there with you fighting. but you never see them fighting. But Seele has been another one of those characters that I just couldn't get because they've not actually been in any banners that have been active while I've been playing the game. But Seele is up there with Silverwolf for me as like one of the top characters I would like to get, just from like a character design standpoint. Her backstory isn't too mysterious to me because I have been reading through some of the books and lore things I've been finding while playing the game. So I've seen some about her past where she was an orphan and she was taken in by Oleg, and Oleg was helping her out as a child. So she had a rough childhood, but she's turned out pretty alright, I think. She's a bit hot-headed and short-tempered, but she's got a very good heart, and that's what's important. So yeah, Seele has been one of my favorite characters too, while playing through so far. So this next character is one I haven't seen much of yet, but she seems incredibly sweet, and I've gotten a very good first impression of her. So this is a video of Clara.
There's a strange tale circulating in Belobog's underworld. The robot named Svarog is antagonistic toward most residents here, but shows human-like emotion and thought for one girl in particular. Though the worlds of blood and oil couldn't be further apart, the relationship between these
look
two
at those
is akin
two.
to family.
So cute.
Clara is a physical type fighter, following the path of destruction.
She follows the path of destruction, okay.
Despite her fragility, this little girl has her own way of doing battle. When Clara uses her basic attack, Svarog will deal physical damage to a single enemy.
Wait,
Under Svarog's
Svarog
protection,
fights with
the
her?
damage taken by Clara is reduced. Svarog will place a mark of counter on any enemy that attacks
That's so
Clara
cool.
and deal them a ferocious counterattack.
So you get like two characters for one, you get Clara and Svarog. Gonna be honest here, it feels more like Svarog is the one fighting, Clara's just kind of there.
Are removed after Clara's skill is used. Svarog's protection of Clara stems from a promise, not a command. When Clara uses her ultimate, Svarog protects her in a more comprehensive manner. Damage received by Clara is further decreased, and the chance of enemies attacking her is significantly increased for a set number of turns.
Oh, so Clara's like a tank
At the
character.
same time, Svarog's counters are enhanced and he immediately unleashes them against any enemy that attacks an ally.
It feels like Svarog is similar to March. If they attack him, he counters by attacking back. I love that Svarog is just like really the main fighting character. Clara's just the one you walk around with.
Though it seems like being Clara's photographer is a close second. Priorities, man.
Hey, you gotta take pictures of your family, you know? Svarog's just part of the Clara fan club. That's all it is. Svarog does kind of feel like Clara's dad, though, after watching this. Like, he's always there protecting her, you know? Honestly, it's weird, but I think it's really sweet, too. An AI daddy protecting you. So that's almost all the videos, but I've got two more. These are trailers for characters I've not actually met in the story yet, but I have unlocked. And the first one we're checking out is Yanqing's trailer.
Swordsmanship isn't
Ooh,
just
where's
about
this?
maintaining your skills. You have to put them to the test if you want to learn something new.
I love the style of this place.
So, if you're not busy today, want to go a few rounds? Lawfu Cloud Knight Lieutenant Yanqing, reporting for duty. No matter the opponent, a clash of swords is all I need to get ahead. Strong adversaries make for strong improvements. Bladed flight!
Very Eastern style,
Not
yeah.
bad.
I like
You
it.
did better than most. Swords descend!
I really like his attack. It's so cool.
That's it for today's
I love
practice.
all of his swords too.
Sword sheathed.
Yeah, I was a little bit skeptical about Yanqing at the start, because when I unlocked him, there was a lot of comments saying he's not great, or it's not worth leveling him up because he doesn't scale well. He's kind of gotten outperformed by a lot of the newer characters. But just from like a visual standpoint, I think he looks really cool. I love his obsession with swords. So I think I will keep swapping him into the team every now and then. Maybe when we get to that area, wherever that was, because I've not seen that place before. it feels like the right place to have him in your party at least. Even if I hadn't gotten him in my starter warps, I think I'd actually would like to get him because he looks really cool. And I'm not really that concerned about power at the moment, like I said earlier. I'm more interested in their personality and the attacks and how they look and yeah, just the style of everything. But so he's part of the guard in whatever area that was. That's interesting. So the final character trailer I've got is for Dr. Ratio. I got this character for free when I started up the game. At present, I know absolutely nothing about his story whatsoever. All I know about him is that he has this kind of Greek ancient vibe going about with him. He might be a teacher. He kind of strikes me as a teacher. So maybe I'll learn something from watching his character trailer here.
Knowledge is as vast as the universe itself. And within the Intelligentsia Guild there is a figure. Exceptional. Maverick. Luminary. Whose every action radiates a quiet.
Oh my. Whoa. Didn't mean to walk in on you, sir, in the path.
That must be cured. I am Veritas Ratio, a scholar and educator. Should your mind exhibit symptoms of dullness, feel free to give the doctor a call. You learn to know yourself before your enemy.
What is that?
But it can still require encouragement. 0 points, 0 points. Next.
He's a very brutal teacher, isn't he?
Is that all?
Oh.
Not bad. 5 points. Copying others rarely leads to improved results.
Honestly, he's just so cool.
Let's test your knowledge. No need to rush. Patience breeds success. Just as my calculations predicted. An interesting test of intellect.
So I don't feel like I learned a lot about his personality or his backstory. But damn, he's a cool character. Definitely gives off that philosopher vibe. Have absolutely no clue how he fits into the Honkai world though, because he doesn't strike me as a character that would fit in anywhere. Even here, it looked like he was on a space station. So like that doesn't even... Is there like an ancient Greece, ancient Rome kind of place where he would fit in? He just seems so out of place. Very happy I got him though. He's been an absolute blast to have on the team. Helped me out with so many fights so far. Not quite sure what that flying orb was that he was trying to like throw things at and that opened up all those portals. Kinda curious about that now. But yeah, that was the last character trailer I've got for today. I've had a blast watching these with you guys. I hope you enjoyed as well. So I thought it'd be cool to end off on a tier list of my favorite characters. I've only included the ones so far that I've met in the story itself. Let's go from the bottom. So on D tier, we've got Arlen, who I've barely seen. And that's why he's on D tier. Don't know much about Arlen. Don't think I've ever seen him fight at all. If I'm completely honest with you guys too, I didn't even know you could get Arlen as a character. He just seemed like such a side character, not important at all. Moving on to C tier, we've got Asta, Pela, and Himeko. Asta I generally like, but I had a negative experience with her when using her in combat. I have been told that she gets better with time, so maybe I'll revisit her at some point, but at the moment, that's where I feel like she lays. Pela, I like the style of, but I know practically nothing about her as well. Never seen her in combat, didn't know she was a playable character either, and I only got a brief introduction with her at the fountain in Belobog as well as when she was with Bronya there for a bit. Himeko, just never really felt a connection with really. She's an okay character, just not on my top of my list. Next up we got B tier, which we've got the main character. Generally I think the main character is pretty cool. Both versions of them. Dan is also on this tier. I have Dan, kinda curious about his backstory. It's about all I have about Dan. Overall, I like him as a character too. Natasha's here, very friendly nurse. Overall, really like her. So far, not the most interesting character, but overall, she's alright. Serval's also here. While I feel like she's interesting, she hasn't been higher up because she doesn't stand out in like a personality kind of way. I don't feel like I've seen enough of her from a story standpoint. to really put her higher than this yet. Kafka I'm still curious about. She's got a lot of mysteries surrounding her, similar to Welt as well. The reason they're in B tier and not A tier though is because of their style. Style didn't grip me as much as the A tier ones. So on A tier we've got Clara. Clara is a fascinating girl, and frankly, the fact that she fights with Svarog is so cool. That's why she popped up to A tier. March, I just love her personality overall. I think me and March could be great friends in real life, and having a friend who takes pictures of everything is just great to have anyway, because you get all these memories you can look back on. Herta is a curious one to me because I didn't realize that she was a robot and that's not actually Herta. It's just a puppet that she uses. So who knows what Herta actually looks like. But I like her style overall, I like her purple flower in her hair, and that's why she's on A tier as well. Sampo just has a fantastic personality, it's made me laugh so many times throughout the story, that's why I had to put him on A tier. He's very deceptive, I don't trust the guy at all, but it's been great having him along for the ride. Hook is just an adorable character. I just really want to see more of Hook. I don't feel like I've seen enough. We only had this brief hide-and-seek session with Hook, and then I haven't really seen them much after that. But I really hope that I can get Hook from Warps at some point. Just a really fun character to be around too, much like Sampo. And the final two are Gepard and Bronya. I just think they look really cool. Bronya, I've really enjoyed the character progression that she's had. And Gepard, I just think looks like a really cool knight. And if anyone was going to be the tank on my team, I'd want it to be Gepard. As for S tier, I actually only had Silverwolf here at the start, but throughout the story now, I've decided to put Seele there too because she's just really cool. I love her scythe, I love her style, her colors are great. It's ironic that both S tier characters are purple. But yeah, I made this character tier list now because I'd like to revisit this in the future and see how it might change. Once I get to the next area of the game and get to see a bunch of new characters again, I'd like to do another one of these videos with the new characters for that area, and then maybe do a tier list again with all those characters added into this one as well, and maybe shift things up a little bit. You can catch me progress currently through Eurillo 6 every week. Got a bunch of videos so far on the channel already, so if you are new, please do check those out. Thank you for watching, please like the video, subscribe for more Serval content, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Rainy out.